Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's good? So I really feel like not many people are doing this matchup justice. I don't think many people are talking about David Benavidez versus Oleksandr Gvozdyk. I know there's a lot of things surrounding this fight. The reason that this shit is even a possibility is because of the whole David Benavidez and Canelo Alvarez saga. We know that David Benavidez has been extremely dominant at 168, beat everybody that they put in front of him, got wins over Jalen Love, Anthony Durrell, Caleb Plant, Demetrius Andrade. I mean, this dude has been building quite a resume for himself. I have been one of the people that have been critical of David Benavidez when it comes to potentially matching up with guys like Canelo Alvarez, just because I wanted to see more development from David. And I've been seeing that as he continues to step up in competition. And I've become and grown really impressed with David Benavidez's wherewithal, his ring generalship, his determination to put on a show and get guys out of there, his steadfastness and stick-to-itness to come forward in fights and apply extreme mental and physical pressure, but not sacrificing the technique and the quality of his craft. So I appreciate the level of maturity and growth that I've been seeing from David Benavidez. So kudos to him for that. And my prediction on the Canelo Alvarez fight is now starting to lean more towards David, especially the way Canelo been acting every time David Benavidez's name get brought up. But all that being said is the reason why David Benavidez and Oleksandr Gvozdyk is even possible, because we know that he fights at 168. He's a big guy for that division, and everybody that you see him in the ring with at 168, he's normally bigger than them. Well, now he's like, fuck it. I'm taking my career into my own hands. I'm not finna sit back and wait on Canelo. I'm gonna move up to 175 and potentially test myself versus some other Goliaths and great fighters in a division higher that could net me not that money that Canelo would net me, but it's gonna get me that respect and that gratification that I get from competing with the best at the highest level. And David said this on an Instagram post. He said, look, Turkey, Your Excellency, Turkey Al-Sheikh, hey, bruh, if you make this fight with Canelo, I donate my purse. If I lose to Canelo, I donate my purse to a foundation, to your favorite kids foundation, your favorite kids charity. I donate my purse. That's how confident he is. He said, I want this shit for the competition. I ain't doing this for the money. I want this shit for the competition. He doubled down on that. So that let me know that David really want to prove that he the best. So that's why he willing to go up to 175 to compete for an interim title in WBC, to potentially make himself the mandatory versus the winner out of Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. We know Bivol already beat Canelo at 175. We know Beterbiev is undefeated with all knockouts. You feel me? These are two of the top pound for pound best fighters on the planet, and David is positioning himself to fight them too. So I just had to lay the groundwork with that, but let's talk about this fight. Oleksandr Gvozdyk is a very dangerous and risky fight for David Benavidez in your first fight at 175. We're talking about Vosk, who, when Adonis Stevenson was at the top of his game, this dude damn near killed him, retired him. Damn near killed him, put on a dominant performance, stopped him, beat him brutally. And then he also, went on, he had a great run, a really good run. I ain't gonna say great. It would have been great if he would have beat Beterbiev, but he had a really good run at 175, became champion, unified with Beterbiev, lost that fight, got stopped in a very competitive fight. But we know what Beterbiev do, right? So lost that fight, got stopped, took some time off. He was out the game for at least 3 or 4 years, but came back. This is the important part. This is why I'm even taking this fight serious, because he came back and he's won 3 in a row. And every time he's been stepping it up. He had 1 decision and then 2 stoppages, I believe. So came back, got his feet up on him. He fought 3 times in 2023. Activity. Y'all know I love activity. And I'm not an advocate for inactivity. That's why I hate what the PBC be. I hate how the PBC moving with their fighters, because they not getting dates. I don't like that inactivity. But we see that Vosk took time off under his own, choice. Came back. This is how I know he's serious about this shit. He came back. He fought 3 times last year. So he ready. He active. And he coming off of stoppages. So, and Vosk was already, before he took that time off, he was already a very skilled fighter, can box, he can bang, he got toughness. He's a big guy. He's 6'2", 6'3". He got an inch and a half reach advantage over David, at least 1 inch, but maybe there's a half on there as well. I believe David is 74, and I think Vosk is 75 and a half. Something that David Benavidez ain't used to. David Benavidez is normally the big guy, running down on these smaller guys and, stepping to them and beating them up brutally. Well, Vosk is going to be just as big, if not bigger, and he accustomed to taking shots from stronger guys, and he's already been in a ring with Artur Beterbiev, and that was 4-5 years ago when Beterbiev was we see what Beterbiev doing right now. He's still undefeated, knocking everybody out. But Beterbiev was 4 or 5 years younger when Oleksandr Gvozdyk faced him. So him facing David Benavidez ain't going to be nothing that he'd never seen before. You dig what I'm saying? So it's a dangerous fight. And I want to give kudos to Gvozdyk, number one. Well, I want to give kudos to Benavidez, number one, for, doing everything that he possibly could to get the Canelo fight, outside of not doing cocaine and outside of not missing weight, because hey, let's keep it 100. If you would have held on to that WBC title, Canelo would not be undisputed without having to go through you at 168. So you did that to yourself 2 times, David. But outside of that, as far as in the ring shit, he done everything that he needed to do to get that fight. And now that he still haven't been successful in getting that fight with Canelo, he gonna take it up a notch and go test himself in a higher division versus some dogs. In your first fight, you gonna go fight Oleksandr Gvozdyk? Kudos. And that's a dangerous fight. And it could be an upset, because I think Benavidez is gonna be the favorite, as he should be. He's a younger, hotter, stronger guy. He's the one with the momentum right now. You feel me? But Gvozdyk, kudos to him too, because he ain't gotta take this fight. But the fact that he taking it, letting me know that he wanna show that, all right, I done fought 3 times last year, and I'm ready. I'm back to show y'all, like, I wanna compete versus Beterbiev. I want the rematch versus Beterbiev. You feel me? And it could potentially be for undisputed. So David really chasing greatness. Oleksandr Gvozdyk really chasing greatness. This is gonna be a really good fight, and it's a lot on the line. And it's supposed to be on the undercard of Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin. That card is looking absolutely incredible right now. Because Tank Davis versus Frank Martin is a great fight already. And then you got David Benavidez versus Gvozdyk. That's crazy. And I think, both fights on that card is going to be very competitive. Very competitive. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. If you know anything about Gvozdyk, this is the man that almost killed Adonis Stevenson, Superman. I almost killed him. Retired that man. This the guy who was going, tooth and nail with Beterbiev until ultimately he got stopped. What y'all think about this matchup? Do you think it's gonna be competitive? Do you think, Beterbiev is gonna go up? Benavidez is just gonna go up and watch the older guy. The only downside is that Gvozdyk is 36. He's older, and but we've seen 36-year-old guys put on some incredible performances. Terrence Crawford, Floyd Mayweather. I'm not saying Gvozdyk is that, but I'm just saying you can't always lean on the side of age. You dig what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Contender regime box, and I holla at y'all boys, man.